Charlotte is a growing, vibrant city with diverse neighborhoods full of active residents and families. And the city has 3 modern, inviting public spaces that you can reserve for your next community or organization event or celebration. From the Green at Prosperity Village, which can host events of up to 2,500 people, to Five Points Plaza, complete with the splash pad and amphitheater, to the beautiful art and lawn area at the Ritz at Washington Heights. These City of Charlotte public spaces are ready to support all of your community activities. But before you organize your event, there's an application process you need to follow to reserve one of these locations and get a public space permit. There's also a few policies and procedures you need to know. To get started, head over to charlottenc.gov and search for public spaces and click on the link. There, you'll find a description of each public space, list of permitted and non-permitted activities, as well as a link to start reserving a space for your event. But before clicking that button, let's go over the permit requirements, which includes the event checklist. While most events don't require additional steps, there may be some depending on the size or activities at your event. You'll want to make sure and review the event item checklist as you plan your event, so let's get started. City staff will be there to help guide you every step of the way. After you submit your application, they will be in touch to assist you. The first item on the checklist is for traffic and security. If your event has more than 50 people, you must notify the CMPD community officers for that space. You can find a list of contacts on the first page of the permitting requirements document on the Public Spaces website. If your event is serving alcohol, you'll be required to hire an off-duty officer for your event as well. The next item is sanitation. If you anticipate 200 or more people attending, you must coordinate your event with solid waste by calling 704-336-2253. Now on to the sound category. If you are planning to have any sound, music, using speakers, a portable PA system, or other amplification, you will need to obtain a noise permit. Instructions on how to do that are on pages 2 and 3 of the document. After sound, you will need to consider if you will sell or prepare food and drink. If so, use a food vendor permitted in Mecklenburg County. And if you're serving alcohol, we've already mentioned you must hire off-duty officers. Additionally, the event coordinator must have insurance, and the vendor selling the alcohol must have ABC permits. Now to the last item on the checklist, street closures. If your event has any impact on the adjacent streets and sidewalks, requiring closing these locations, you must coordinate with the Charlotte Department of Transportation and obtain a special events permit. City staff will provide you with all the contact information for these items in the checklist as needed after your application is submitted. Now that you've reviewed the checklist, you are ready to reserve your space. Simply go to the Public Spaces page and click the Reserve Your Space button, fill out the attached form, and upload any of the necessary documentation as indicated. Be sure to plan in advance for your event and submit this application 60 to 90 days before. If it's received with less than 60 days, the city will do its best to try and accommodate your event. During the application process, city staff will support applicants in every step of the process to make it as easy and seamless as possible. After submitting, staff from the city will contact you pending approval and availability of the space. If your request is accepted, the city will hold the date of the event for 30 days. And finally, the last step, have a great celebration. If you have any questions about the checklist or application, reach out to the city's Urban Design Center at publicspacepermits@charlottenc.gov.